We on?
Yeah, so like I said, welcome back to another episode. Getting straight into it, man. First story of the day. For some of you who are not in the Maryland, DC area,
Yes, sir.
Giant is basically about to cut a whole lot of workers. I heard on a report today that the unions are coming together to try to stop the Giant production from getting rid of the warehouse in Jessup, Maryland, and selling it to a company from the Netherlands who wish to get rid of the warehouse in Jessup and have robots do the warehouse distribution in Pennsylvania.
Are you a robot?
So that's first things first. Now, it's estimated that
How many people gonna lose their jobs?
now this course of action is going to cause 1,500 people to lose their jobs.
1,500?
1,500 people. Now, this is a supermarket.
Yeah.
So what they saying is, okay, instead of having a bunch of people in this warehouse moving around boxes and pallets of products and produce and stuff like that, we're going to have the robots do it for us.
And y'all laughed at that man for robbing a bank. Motherfuckers are gonna be robbing banks soon, man. Y'all laughed at him. So what's gonna happen to the 1,500 workers? That's the question.
Well,
Think about it.
hold
on.
Mhm.
Let's keep it real. Half of them ain't gonna be able to do shit
True.
outside of what they do. They, what their resume gonna look like, right?
Right.
Some of them probably don't even have an education, right?
True.
And they already cutting motherfuckers off. Do you have a college degree? Oh, no. You gone. You don't even... It's shit that you... It's jobs out here where you need a college degree to stack papers. I'm not lying to you. A college degree to stack paper.
I mean, you're right.
So 1,500 workers. And this is the first process, man. So, what's next?
Well, what the union is trying to do is stop this from happening because, see, it was an American-owned business up until like the mid-'90s.
Uh-huh.
And
Hold on. Whoa. So Giant? Giant isn't owned by an American?
No.
Oh, okay. Keep it going.
Yeah, it was sold in I guess the owner or the founder passed away in the mid-'90s. I guess it got sold, and now the people that own the company, I think, are in the Netherlands, and what they are planning to do is take the warehouse in Jessup, move all of the, I guess, basically cut jobs there, and put that whole robot manufacturing operation in place.
They're not
there.
gonna stop that, man.
And
the union not gonna stop that.
And I think they have robots in Pennsylvania, something like that. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, they already have machine operated equipment that handles all inventory, distribution and all that good stuff. So and this is just like what they did with the automotive industry.
So my question, well, it's not more of a question, it's more of a statement, because at this point, what you're saying is this: if a rich person spends a couple of dollars to get them robots, then the saying is true. The rich going to get richer, and the poor, oh man, it's going to get fucked over.
Well, you got to think about it like this too. Back and I thank Miss Francis for telling us this. She predicted that there's going to be a whole lot more outsourcing in the future than it was back then, which was like 2002, 2003. So she always stressed, us to read a lot, stay up on our information. And she encouraged us to be entrepreneurs for ourselves.
That I agree with that. But where's the hope in that, man? If they're going to get robots to do everything, where does that leave the common man? Now, at one point, to say, because I saw this on CNN, at some point or another, the majority of the economy was the middle class worker. Now they're saying that the wealthy it's now surpassed that. So the American dream, the American was built on the American dream. Now the wealthy basically run the, you know what I'm saying, the economy.
Oh yeah.
So where does that leave the middle class worker? Because now people don't realize the difference between America and, let's say, a third world country or another country is they don't. Most countries even have a poor and a rich. America found a way to calm motherfuckers down by giving you middle class. So where does that leave the middle class? Because now America's on the verge of going from poor, middle class, rich to going back to that poor, rich. Because now you're just a working slave.
Well, you know what? I agree with you on that, but I think, in my opinion, because one of the guys was saying that they were talking about the Democratic and the Republicans talking about the budget for this upcoming year. And they were saying that, at whose expense will they, will they fix the budget? Will it be on the expense of the rich, the middle class, or the poor? And they said they're leaning towards putting it on the backs of the middle class, the poor, the elderly, the sick, and the children.
But see, how effed up is that? You vote, hold on. It's like this, because I heard this before. I heard you can put your name on the ballot and vote for yourself. Now, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, how can you really feel comfortable voting for somebody who's already rich? Because they're not gonna, how do I say it? They're not gonna fuck up their wealth. They'll rather fuck with your wealth, and you voted for them. So it ain't much that you can do. You feel me?
Right.
So where does it all stop? I mean, if 1,500 people lose their jobs in the Maryland area, again, I'm one of the people who don't say that one city's worse than another. So I'm not going to say the D.C. metropolitan area is worse than Detroit. I'm not going to say Baltimore is worse than Chicago. Only an ignorant motherfucker, because a lot of ignorant motherfuckers brag about which city's the worst. But if 1,500 people lose their jobs in the Maryland state, it's not going to stop with just Maryland.
Right.
It's going to be some crazy shit going on out there. Because people got to eat.
Yeah. One thing I've been thinking, and the more I listen to hear news, is like, you see about civil unrest in other countries, like, Egypt, and, what was it? It was Israel
Libya.
one time, right?
Libya's going through it right now.
But didn't Israel have some civil unrest?
I don't want to say yay and nay.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just saying, when you see this from other countries, it's like, it's almost, it doesn't matter or affect us because we can't imagine it happening here.
Because people don't want to do it.
But if it happens here, it's going to be, twice as worse as all these other countries because, American citizens have a lot more resources and they have access to a lot more resources. You think there's a lot of guns in Congo and in all those African countries that's like, they shooting to kill and hold on. You hear about Jamaica? When they shut down, I was in Jamaica when they shut it down. They said you couldn't go to Kingston. We had taxi drivers tell us, like, look, somebody even asked, can we go there and see what's going on? They said they cannot allow American citizens into Kingston. So if civil unrest hits America, you're going to have people, though, that's going to, like, again, can you imagine 20 people that's hungry?
But that's all it is. Hold on. That's
20 people hungry coming together and knocking at your door.
Yeah.
You got a nice car, nice house, big flat screens and all that. And they knock on your door and say, hey, look, we need to stay here for a couple of days.
You want to know something?
They ain't going to ask about it.
You want to know something?
They're not going to ask. They're going to say,
first of all, they're not going to ask. I agree with that. But I don't see that happening in America. Too many motherfuckers are comfortable where they are at. I'm telling you.
Okay.
People are comfortable in a situation that they are in. If it was going to be civil unrest, it would have happened by now. But too many people are comfortable where they at.
I totally disagree, man.
Too many people. If it happened,
not enough people have lost their jobs yet. Not enough people have been evicted. Not enough people's houses have been went in foreclosure yet.
And guess what? Half the people going to say, if this happened to, they going to say, well, Lord willing, we'll get out of it. But I already know this is a test from the Lord. I can tell you that right now. Half the half the people gonna go to the church.
I agree with you.
Thank you. So the civil unrest here won't be the same as the civil unrest in another country because too many people will be comfortable where they at. They're gonna make too many excuses.
No, the civil unrest means.
I know what civil unrest.
Civil unrest means that. You know what I mean? Like right now, like I said before in the previous show, we can drive down the street right now. We can even drive to National Harbor, walk around, have a good time, and go back home. If there's civil unrest, that ain't gonna happen.
It won't be civil unrest because too many people are. I'm telling you, it's too many house niggas out there.
But listen, well, when the right number hits, right now it's like what 1 million or so people unemployed.
Correct.
How many people in the U.S.?
Hold on, but see, you putting this, then you must be talking about everybody in the U.S., not just
what I'm saying
because I'm telling you,
it's going to be a number. It's going to be a number. Like at the rate right now, okay, major people base their living off of warehouse type. You know what I'm saying? Occupations.
I would agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
I would agree.
9 to 12 hour shifts.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Maybe 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
They plan their money and budget their money, how they gonna live based on these occupations.
Yeah.
And then you got people that we're finding out now that are non-domestic corporations that are saying, hey, okay, this right here is costing us. It ain't costing us too much, but we can make a little bit more by getting rid of these people right here, putting these robots in place, and let's just give a bonus to the truck drivers.
Yeah.
Let's give a bonus to the people that check the products in and check in the inventory. You know, when we need to send stuff out to different locations to keep them happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. They use the money that they save to actually blindfold the people that are not affected by it.
And that's going to be the problem. Everybody, you see, in those countries, everybody as a whole was pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody as a whole. America is in the hole, man. I'm telling you, America isn't united. It's going to be a problem if that happens because someone's going to squash it like that. First of all, people already got this. Like I said, people are afraid of the unknown, so everybody afraid to die for the most part. Once America already figured it out. Once they kill one motherfucker, people gonna calm the fuck down. Once they kill one, they calm down.
But see, like nowadays, I can't say that either.
Hold on, because I'll tell you like this. When it come down to it, if it come down to it, sign me up. What about you? Because if it happen, I'm ready.
Yeah, but
if it happen, I'm ready. Let's do it.
But my thing is this.
If it happen, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I ain't gonna be quick to sign up because the motherfucker that's leading the way that's telling me to sign up.
Gonna try to get rich too.
That might be in cahoots with the people.
That's the problem.
You know, that's just like feeding 100 mice. Feeding 100 mice and then putting them in a room. It ain't no mouse traps, but there ain't no way they can get out.
And that's the problem. Who's going to be legit? Because everybody wants the American dream.
Right.
That's the beauty of what America has done.
But the American dream is bullshit off the
bat.
Because the American dream is based on being comfortable with money.
And that's the problem.
If you haven't figured it out yet,
then you a fool.
There you go. The American dream is this. What's the American dream? A big house.
Yep.
A nice car.
A picket fence.
Listen, a nice
and a dog.
A nice pretty family.
Two kids, preferably a daughter and a son.
Jordans whenever you want to buy them.
Yeah.
A pool in the back.
A pool in the back.
Vacation whenever you want a vacation.
And have a nice car.
But the American dream has no culture in it whatsoever.
None.
So
none.
For those of you who are chasing that American dream,
you a fool.
Maybe you haven't been enlightened yet, but that's what it is.
You a fool. If you are chasing the American dream, you a fool. A fool.
Now listen.
Because hold on. The American dream, because the American dream is an illusion.
It is. It really
the American dream is an illusion.
But let me put this disclaimer out there.
Okay,
if you have all of these things, and you're comfortable with your lifestyle, we're not saying you're a fool.
Yeah,
okay?
and I'm not mad at you.
All right, but what I'm saying is that you should not live for that.
You shouldn't live. Hey, it's not.
You shouldn't. That shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Your primary focus. Because if you living for that and you got that, you will still be blind to what's going on behind closed doors.
Because you won't give a fuck if it don't happen to you.
Exactly. American dream,
American dream.
But anyway, man.
I told you America. That's the idea of America imperialism. America wants everybody. See, outside of every other country, America has figured it out. You see, in every other country, if there's a rich and a poor, it's like the old days when they say every king will fall. Mm-hmm. There will be civil unrest if the people are effed up enough. America.
That's what I'm saying.
But America figured out a way. A long time ago, America figured out a way to eliminate the problem. That's why they gave you the middle class. The middle class is dead because right when there's a civil unrest and you hit the middle class, you achieve the American dream. The American dream is actually, like I said, it's actually an illusion. Once you achieve the American dream, look at how many people have achieved the American dream and will let anything happen to anything in the community as long as it don't affect them. Oh, fuck them. Right? Mm-hmm. That's the American dream. The American dream is an illusion to calm motherfuckers down.
Yeah. But I mean, the premise behind the American dream in most people's eyes is the dollar. It's the dollar.
Correct.
So, but yeah, for those just tuning in, welcome. This is another Broke Black Critics conversation. Welcome. Shout out to J Dog. We see you.
What it do? Yeah, we see you.
Very, very. One of our cherished supporters of Broke Black Critics. But on to other news.
We got to talk about the girl, the lady.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all heard about. It was a lady. Was she around here in this area?
I don't want to say. Hold on. Was it national or was it just local?
Well, I heard off a local channel, so
I hope it wasn't local.
But it's a lady.
We not sure where it was at.
Yeah, but there was a lady who left. She I guess she was
a daycare,
daycare operator.
Yeah,
left her kids at the house.
Was it 4?
I think it was 4 kids.
4 kids,
and they burnt up in the fire.
And she dipped the fuck out.
Well, I don't think they found her yet. I think she fled the country. From what I understand, the rumor says she fled the country.
I mean, in a situation like that, of course, she has to be to blame. But I was thinking about this earlier. Everything kind of ties in together. Like every problem, every situation in the world kind of ties in together. Now, the parents put their child in daycare because they were working to achieve the American dream, right? Ain't that what they did?
Well,
I mean, that was perfect ebonics, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect ebonics. But they did it to achieve the American dream. Now, I'm not blaming the parents.
Right.
Because what this lady did was heinous.
It's only heinous because the house caught on fire.
No, the fact that she left them there by themselves is unbelievable, man.
Yeah, and it's funny how the stories are told. Once again, I've heard one reporter say she went to the grocery store. Another reporter said she went out shopping, like she was shopping at the mall or something. I'm like, okay, well, how do you know that?
Because it's like we said before, man. That's word. The way people use words is a hell of a thing. I mean, I know we didn't dive into the Willie Lynch letter like we were supposed to, but it goes back to the Willie Lynch letter. You have to make people believe, like what he say, you have to change the meaning of certain words. You have to word things a certain way to make people see what you want them to see.
Right.
And that's why they worded it like that. Who knows? Who knows if this woman had nothing in her apartment for the kids to eat and was in a panic mode to say, yo, let me go take these kids to the...
Exactly.
Let me go get these kids some food. I can't take them out of here.
Right.
So let me go get the kids some food. Who knows if that was the reason why she went out? But if I just say she went out to go shopping, The average mind gonna say, what the fuck was she doing? I know that bitch was buying some Gucci shoes. So she was buying an outfit to go out or something. Right. It's the way you word things, man. Everyone should know that.
And see, for the people who don't really read into it like that, they just gonna eat up whatever you tell them. Yeah. Especially if you their favorite newscaster. Yeah. Especially if you their favorite news channel.
I will agree.
So, but basically, it all boils down to, she neglected her responsibility at the time.
Yes, she did.
And she is paying for it, mind, body, and soul. Please believe me. And she's been doing this for a while, and I'm pretty sure she cared about those kids one way or another because she took care of them. But this little incident,
And you want to know something?
Pray. I mean, go ahead.
You got to pray for it, but I'm quite sure that wasn't her first time doing it.
Oh yeah. You
know that. Because that's just the move that she made. Isn't a move of this is my first time. Should I go out? This was a move like, okay, they sleep. I'm gone.
Right.
I'll be back before they wake up.
Right. So I personally, I pray for the families of the kids.
Yeah.
And pray for the lady that left. You know what I'm saying? Because,
my heart goes out to everybody.
I know for sure she didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So
I have a son, and I haven't seen him in a while. And if I get the phone call that anything happened to my son, I would be devastated.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
Yeah. So.
I understand the biz.
Next topic. I was watching yesterday, Congress had some type of forum or whatnot, and they were talking to the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and they were talking about the U.S. Foreign affairs and priorities or something like that. And each panelist had 5 minutes to ask Hillary Clinton a question, and whether she answered the question or not in 5 minutes didn't matter. It's on to the next people. So if you and this is a brief topic, but if you ever want to know, the information is out there, and C-SPAN is like a free channel. Even if you don't have cable, you have C-SPAN. And this was late night, and I just happened to just watch the channel and listen. And what they were asking the different questions, like for instance, boom, everybody made a big deal about, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody made a big deal about the president of China coming to the U.S. Right?
Hold on, get right into it. No, get right into it.
So everybody made a big deal about that. They were talking about the economy, and that's when I found out that Walmart was really owned. Well, the majority of the products in Walmart are made from China.
Oh, whoa.
So pretty much China runs Walmart.
Hold on. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
China runs Walmart.
China runs Walmart.
So let me get this straight, because I see it all the time.
China doesn't own Walmart. You don't hear what I didn't say.
I know what you're saying, and I know what you're saying. So let me get this straight. You go to Walmart, you buy from the China.
Just
hold on. And if you're from the inner city, you should know where I'm going with this, because you buy from the China. If you're from the inner city, you can go to Baltimore right now. Go to any corner store, and if it ain't an Arab, God damn it, it's a Chinese man making your chicken. So either way, you giving the Chinaman your money. And that's no disrespect to any Chinese people, because I understand. But my God. When will it go back? Well, hold on. Now, you hear all this shit, but when will it come to us? When will we take over? Now, blacks, I'm talking about blacks in general. Not blacks in America, I'm talking about blacks in general. We are the what is it?
Minority?
We not the minority. Not in the world. We're the majority of the world. But yet all these things seem to always pass us by. And the ones that are already rich that are black could give a fuck less if anybody else black make it. They will more likely help a white person out than to come in and help you out. Why is that? Or is that for another? Hold on. Or is that for another day?
That's definitely for another day.
All right.
And I mean, I really can't speak.
Okay, then go back to your comment then.
So, they asked Hillary Clinton, okay, Madam Secretary of State, when the Chinese president, whatever his name is, came over and spoke to President Obama, did President Obama ask him or mention the million females that were missing in China and that were used for, well, he didn't say they were used for this. He said that he mentioned the million women and young girls who were missing in China because they had that one child per household law.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So he said, did he mention the one child per household forced abortion issue, and did he mention that 1 million women that were missing in China? And of course, she dodged the question.
She probably and she probably dodged that first question so beautifully.
Right. And then another panelist, about 2 or 3 people later, said, "Okay, Madam Secretary of State, I'm very interested in that question. Can you answer that with a yes or no?" And she said, "No, I can't answer with a yes or no." Now, that's not to say they didn't talk about it. That's not to say that she knew whether or not they talked about it. But
hold on,
it's just. I mean, it opened up my eyes to there's a lot more things that we should pay more attention to.
No BS,
and we should watch. And I found it very interesting. I really found it interesting.
No BS. If we're gonna keep it in the context of that, we're gonna keep it like if that was me and you talking, right? And you asked the question to somebody else. My first thought, if I hear that, is this: if they talked about it, that meant that wasn't a big deal, and he didn't. It ain't like he said, "Stop it." This is one of those. Oh, okay, that's no problem. Just don't talk about it. Sweep that under the rug.
Well, see, my thing was this. I understand that was a form on foreign affairs.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more. I'm not gonna say a lot more, but they're missing people here in America
all the time.
You understand? There are women that are getting abused and mistreated in America, and I think that deserves more attention than what's going on in China. Not to say that we shouldn't try to help them in that situation. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that that shouldn't be the primary focus. You understand what I'm saying?
But America has this problem that if it don't directly affect you, then everybody ain't gonna give a fuck. Now that's just the truth.
Right.
If it
now another thing was the Secretary of State had mentioned that they have $150 million in aiding the whole the Egypt crisis, man. 150 million.
150.
150 million.
Where does
in the very next day, okay, I hear about 150 million over in the Egypt efforts to calm that down. And the very next day, you hear on the radio, which is not the radio station that you listen to.
Oh hell no! We know what you listen to.
This is a community radio station, and I thank God for them every day. But a community radio station that mentioned 1,500 people who are at risk of getting their jobs cut by April.
And they send 150 mil to Egypt.
150 million.
I'm telling you, man.
Now, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you. You people got to look deeper into what they... But who cares? That's what... I just thought about that. Who cares? Because all you care about... I'm listening to the radio station this morning, trying to stay up, going to work. And all they give a fuck about is what the latest celebrity done. What Charlie Sheen talking about. That's what they care about. They care about what Charlie Sheen done. What video vixen is trying to put somebody else on blast. What rapper did this? What is that? What's going on? What's going on in the world? Who give a fuck? Do you care? Obviously, D doesn't.
I do. I do, but Man, see, you know what? Somebody told me, man, you're not supposed to get upset when you hear about stuff like that. You just try to make more people aware of what's going on, and hopefully they'll see the light and, do more responsible things like save money and grow a garden, things like that, in case there is civil unrest, and in case you do have to depend on yourself.
See, a man once told me, and I believe he was there, he told me that the world was coming to an end and there was no saving it. And I have the information on it.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? I mean, if you know that the world is coming to an end, what good does it do if you don't try to save nobody?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
So if I see all these problems going on in the world and I know that shit is effed up, what good am I doing just sitting around doing nothing?
Right.
What good am I? How have I contributed? Obviously, you contributing to the problem because you ain't doing nothing.
Right.
That was a little more Ebonics for y'all. Beautiful.
But the last thing about Walmart, they proposing a Walmart in DC.
They gonna get it too.
Yeah, they are.
They gonna get it.
The people don't say nothing, they are.
How many people gonna say something? I can tell you ain't gonna be no black people. Unfortunately. Unless they got money. And again, unless it directly affects your dough cheese.
Right.
People don't care. So when people start, when you hear that a Walmart is coming to your town, the only people that really start protesting is people whose money is going to be affected by it. So it'll probably be like mom and pop stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to care? Well, they got cheap meat, so I'm going to go. You can get if it's a super Walmart, motherfuckers gonna want to go because like you can shop for food,
mm-hmm.
clothes, and a TV all in one. Ain't that
exactly?
That's beautiful.
And it's hurting you in the long run.
Hurting you in the long run. So hey, I mean, most people will probably be more. How do I say it? They'll probably care more about the topic that I had that we was going to talk about on the last show, and that was about Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to dive into that too?
Good.
Oh. Well, the topic about Eminem was Eminem has surpassed Lady Gaga as the most popular person on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most popular person on Facebook that's living. So he hasn't surpassed Michael Jackson.
All right.
And we had a long debate about this. And the debate was, and the conclusion of the debate was basically this. Eminem has said that if he was black, he would get more respect. And I disagree with that. Right. If Eminem was black, he probably wouldn't have made $1 million yet, because everyone compares him to cannabis, and cannabis couldn't crack 10 grand. It couldn't sell 10,000 CDs if he sold his soul right now. He couldn't sell 10,000 CDs because no one cares. He's black.
True.
So. My thing was say if hip hop was a sport,
right? If
the sport is dominated by blacks, Eminem instantly becomes the front runner because everyone that's white that claims that rap is terrible is going to listen to him and claim that he's the best, right?
Right.
I mean. I want to know which one y'all care about most, because the earlier comments, the earlier conversation, that's about you. This is about you. But if you don't care about that and care about the Eminem thing, then my goodness, I guess we need to be like, what is it? I don't want to say the name and fear getting in trouble. I guess we're gonna have to be like World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And just talk about dumb shit.
I mean, dumb. I'm not even
dumb shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them though.
Yeah, shout out to them. Hey, how many viewers they get a day?
Man, you don't even want to know.
You right. And what we get?
5. But hey, man, you know it is what it is.
Yeah.
Man. But shout out to everybody that's online.
That tune in. For sure.
Y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Brook Black Critics featuring myself, Romello Catois.
And Remy LeBeau.
Yeah.
What it do? Now, we've been talking about this letter for a while. Now, we're not going to talk about the Willie Lynch letter, but God damn it, I don't want to talk about it unless people start reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it won't be no need to talk about it, right?
Right.
So please, to anybody out there listening, read the Willie Lynch letter. Tell people to read it, and then tune in so we can have some dialogue about the Willie. Because I want to know if people see that the Willie Lynch letter is still going on. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see. And I want to see if people realize what that man said in the letter that makes me so offended. Short of a phenomenon coming, the letter will continue to keep going.
Short of a phenomenon.
A phenomenon. Come on, man. You got anything to say?
I mean, what can I say, man?
Who knows?
What can I say?
Well, what's that? How long we been on, man?
We've been on for quite some time, man. We got a lot of viewers, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man.
Thank you. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
We really do appreciate it.
We do. Is this the closing? The closing?
Yeah, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. We appreciate all the love.
Thank you.
And we won't be coming back with another one soon, man. Shout out to J-Dog once again, man. You my man, dog.
Thank you, man. I never even met him. And you the man.
Yeah, but it's been another Brook Black Critic conversation featuring myself, Romello Catois.
And Remy LeBeau. Yeah.
Peace out, y'all.
We on?
Yeah, so like I said, welcome back to another episode. Getting straight into it, man. First story of the day. For some of you who are not in the Maryland, D.C. area,
yes, sir.
Giant is basically about to cut a whole lot of workers. I heard on a report today that the unions are coming together to try to stop the Giant production from getting rid of the warehouse in Jessup, Maryland, and selling it to a company from the Netherlands who wish to get rid of the warehouse in Jessup and have robots do the warehouse distribution in Pennsylvania.
Are you a robot?
So that's first things first. Now, it's estimated that
how many people gonna lose their jobs?
Now, this course of action is going to cause 1,500 people to lose their jobs.
1,500?
1,500 people. Now, and she encourages us to be entrepreneurs for ourselves.
That I agree with that. But where's the hope in that, man? If they gonna get robots to do everything, where does that leave the common man? Now, at one point, they say, because I saw this on CNN. At some point or another, the majority of the economy was the middle class worker. Now they're saying that the wealthy is now surpassed that. So the American dream, the American was built on the American dream. Now the wealthy basically run the, you know what I'm saying, the economy.
Oh yeah.
So where does that leave the middle class worker? Because now people don't realize the difference between America and, let's say, a third world country or another country is they don't. Most countries even have a poor and a rich.
This is a supermarket.
Yeah.
So what they saying is, okay, instead of having a bunch of people in this warehouse moving around boxes and pallets of products and produce and stuff like that. We're gonna have the robots do it for us.
And y'all laughed at that man for robbing a bank. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers are gonna be robbing banks soon, man. Y'all laughed at him. So what's gonna happen to the 1,500 workers? That's the question.
Well,
think about it. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it real. Half of them ain't gonna be able to do shit.
True.
Outside of what they do. They, what their resume gonna look like, right?
Right.
Some of them probably don't even have an education, right?
True.
And they already cutting motherfuckers off. Do you have a college degree? Oh, no. You gone. You don't even. It's shit that you. It's jobs out here where you need a college degree to stack papers. I'm not lying to you. A college degree to stack paper.
I mean, you're right.
So 1,500 workers, and this is the first process, man. So, what's next?
Well, what the union is trying to do is stop this from happening because, see, it was an American-owned business up until like the mid-90s. And
hold on, whoa. So Giant, Giant isn't owned by an American?
No.
Oh, okay, keep it going.
Yeah, it was sold in like I guess the owner or the founder passed away in the mid-90s. I guess it got sold, and now the people that own the company, I think, are in the Netherlands, and what they are planning to do is take the warehouse in Jessup, move all of the, I guess, like, basically cut jobs there, and put their whole robot manufacturing operation in place.
They're not gonna stop that, man. And the union not gonna stop that.
And I think they have like robots in Pennsylvania, something like that. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, they already have like machine operated equipment that handles all like inventory, distribution and all that good stuff. So and this is just like what they did with the automotive industry.
So my question, it's not more of a question, it's more of a statement, because at this point, what you're saying is this: if a rich person spends a couple of dollars to get them robots, then the saying is true. The rich going to get richer, and the poor, oh man, it's going to get fucked over.
Well, you got to think about it like this too. Back and I thank Miss Francis for telling us this. She predicted that there's going to be a whole lot more outsourcing in the future than it was back then, which was like 2002, 2003. So, as she always stressed, us to read a lot, stay up on our information.